everyone, my name is Courtney, and this is Joey. He's gonna chew, he's gonna chip in his mouth. This is Joey, and we are here today with your Family Moment Ministry. And today we're gonna talk about how God provides us with spiritual gifts and how we can use our spiritual gifts for the common good. So today I'm going to have Joey read the lesson for today, and the reading for today, and it is from 1 Corinthians, and it's chapter 12, and he is going to read verses 1 through 13, which is about spiritual gifts. So go ahead, Joey.
Now, concerning what you wrote about the gifts from the Holy Spirit, I want you to know the truth about them, my brothers. You know that while you were still here them, you were still led astray in many ways to the worship of lifeless idols. I want you to know that no one who is led by God's Spirit can say a curse on Jesus, and no one can confess Jesus as Lord unless he is guided by the Holy Spirit. There are different kinds of spiritual gifts, but the same Spirit gives them. There are different ways of serving, but the same Lord is served. There are different abilities to perform service, but the same God gives ability to everyone for their particular service. The Spirit's presence is shown in some way in each person for the good of all. The Spirit gives one person a message full of wisdom, while another person, the same Spirit gives a message full of knowledge. One and the same Spirit gives faith to a person, while another person he gives the power to heal. The Spirit gives one person the power to work miracles. To another, the gift of speaking God's message, and to yet another, ability to tell the difference between gifts that come from the Spirit and those that do not. To one person, he gives the ability to speak in strange tongues, and to another he gives the ability to explain what is said. But it is one and the same Spirit who does all of this. As he wishes, he gives a different gift to each person. Christ is like a single body, which has many parts. It's still made up of one body, even though it is made up of the same different parts.
Wow.
So I think one of the things that we can gather from this, Joey, you can agree or disagree, is that God gives everyone a gift and that they are all very, very different. Do you agree? We read about a lot of different types of gifts in this Bible verse. And why do you think it is that God gives us all different gifts?
Because different things are needed for different reasons. If everyone had the same gift, then one thing would cause a whole problem to our civilization. And I also realized over time, we were picking a good book for this experience, but in the truth, there is no such thing as a book with someone who does not have a gift, because everyone has a gift.
That's a good point, Joey. Thank you. So speaking of books, like Joey and I have done before, we use books a lot to discuss feelings or ideas and to delve deeper into life. And one thing Joey did really fun this summer was that he spent time in a book club with some of his best friends. So Jack and Spencer Marvel and Ben. And so he went to a house and they would pick a book and they would discuss the book. So one of the books we wanted to talk about today, and I don't have it in my hand, but we will show a picture, is a book that Joey read this summer, and it is about somebody that has a gift. So Joey, did you want to talk about the book?
Yes.
Go ahead, you can tell them the name of the book.
So the book is called Hugo Cabaret, or Cabaret, whatever accent you want to say it in. It's about a kid who is an orphan, and he and his uncle used to work on clocks, because he had a small house like inside of one. It's like a little bunker they live in. After his uncle passed away, he was the one fixing all the clocks. But he fixes all the clocks, and as you can imagine, in that mall or place he lives in, there are a lot of clocks.
A lot of clocks.
But it is a very important gift to be able to fix a bunch of things, because can also fix things like wind-up toys. Not like electronics, but things that use gears
Okay.
in a way. And it's important because if no one knew the time, where would all of us be? We wouldn't know where the meetings, where we need to be at certain times. We have to spend our days looking up at the sky.
Right, so that's an important
It
point.
makes it much easier.
Yeah, so that was Hugo's gift, was that he could fix things, especially clocks. So a little bit before this, Joey and I were talking about what we think our spiritual gifts are in our real personal lives. And Joey said that he's positive that he has some, and I know that he has some, but that he wasn't sure exactly what they are right at the moment. So he said that he wanted to share what he thought was one of the spiritual gifts that I have. So thank you, Joey. Go ahead.
So, Mom has really, really good leadership skills, and anyone can be a leadership, but not everyone will listen, and not everyone's good at it. If no one was a leader, we'd all be everywhere, and we need good leaders to lead us.
Well, it's very nice of you to say, Joey. And, you know, leadership is definitely a gift, and it's a very difficult thing. But I think as long as we keep in mind that God is ultimately the leader, that you know, we can be leaders of others and lead them and hopefully into the best direction. Well, thank you so much for being with Joey and I today. And as you go forward into your week, think about your spiritual gifts and the gifts that God has bestowed upon you and how you can use them for the good of the world and for the good of our neighbors. So take care and be well.